I chose Christmas Around the World for my theme for my activity. I chose grades kindergarten through first grade, and we will start by doing the objectives. Students will describe Christmas around the world, the traditions. Students will investigate various details of Christmas in different regions, and students will compare information on the same topic but different regions. And I will start out by having a bulletin board with a huge world map with the 5 countries that I'm doing, which will be United States, France, Mexico, Italy, and Germany. And on the map, my different groups will have their picture by the region that they are going to do. So they can have a visual of what it will look like, what the world looks like, and where their actual country is based on the United States where we live. I will have each little group will have one of these little visuals. It'll have, of course, Germany. It'll have how you say Merry Christmas in whatever language goes with their appropriate region. And then it will have the flag, because I want them to be able to see all this. And we will do, I did several different lessons in my theme. For literature, I will do different books of different regions, and it'll have the traditions, the food, celebrations. For fine arts, we will do We Wish You a Merry Christmas for each region and each language, so they can see how different all the languages are. And then we will make flip books that include food, tradition, and a fun fact. And this is an example. Of course, we will not use this fun fact and this tradition and this food, because during my actual activity I will give each group a sheet of traditions and food and fun facts, and they will choose the one that they want to use. But this is just an example. It'll have the flag up here. They will color the flag. They will color each picture, each food, and everything that they decide to use in their flip book. And then for the science and math section, I chose to do a STEM project of Santa's sleigh. I will give the students pipe cleaners, glue, tape, balloons, lifesavers, and index cards, and they will have to make a sled that actually works, because for our PE and outside time, we will go outside and we will actually race these sleds. And I think that kindergarten and first grade would love this activity, because one, it gets them outside, they're getting to build something, and they're getting to race, they're getting to compete with something, and all little kids love to compete. But for my actual lesson plan, I'm only going to focus on the flip book and the Merry Christmas in different language and the videos and the books that we read. I did not include the STEM project in my actual lesson plan, because that's a whole nother lesson in itself. We will just focus on how do our Christmas traditions change based on where we live. And I'll use the same objectives that I used earlier. Our vocabulary will be region, tradition, and compare. I think these 3 things will need to be what the students know before we start doing this. And we will break up in groups. There will be no individual work during this. That way each student can help other students if they need to. The assessment for this, I'll walk around and observe and answer any questions that the students may have about their flip books. After the flip book is created, we will then go over our vocabulary again to make sure that the kids realize what these 3 words mean, And for a lesson extension, I will do, students will select one tradition and food item that they like from each region that they did, and we will see how we can involve this into our regular tradition and how we celebrate at home. So that is my lesson of Christmas around the world for kindergarten and first grade.